attach a car or a truck engine to a simple wooden boat. Yeah, those thunder lightning. Yeah, unfortunately this is how it is sometimes, and you just have to accept it the way it is. I was expecting it to be a bit more wild. And welcome to Maya Bay. It's the famous beach, translated as illusion or dreamlike.
Now I understand, you don't need to cry.
So disappointed. Yes, you can see I can't keep my emotions, but yeah, I'm so happy to be here. Most visited spots in all of Thailand was almost destroyed by its own fame, finding over 30,000 pieces of new coral. Maya Bay is no longer just a tourist spot. It's a lesson for life in general. You just have to persist and never give up. Don't give up.
Close, 99%.
I hate being late. That's why you get disappointed sometimes. Good morning, everyone. Here from the island of Phi Phi Islands. Today is one of those bucket list kind of days. We're heading to Maya Bay. Yes, the famous Maya Bay that everyone talks about when they come here to Thailand. We're very excited. We've seen the photos, we've heard the stories, and today is finally the day when we get our turn to see it in real life. So our captain has arrived and he's just taking us to the boat. We decided to go for a private tour, and it goes for around 4 hours. Now the tour cost us $70 and that's for the two of us. You can see it's a bit cloudy today and there is good chance of rain, so we're a bit sad.
Yeah, I'm a little bit sad. No, maybe it's coming.
Yeah,
Maybe luck.
we haven't been very lucky since we've been here in Thailand, so I hope it gets better. But we are taking one of these classic long-tailed boats, and these have actually been an essential part of life here in southern Thailand for over 60 years. And you can see the beautiful design and just the details and those beautiful long tails. So this is our boat, but yes, those clouds look very worrying to me. So the long-tail boat emerged in the 1950s when locals needed a versatile and affordable boat to navigate the shallow waters and narrow channels and reefs. So before that, fishermen used traditional wooden boats powered by oars or sails, which were quite limited in speed and maneuverability. In the 1930s, someone came up with the idea to attach a car or a truck engine to a simple wooden boat, extending the drive shaft out of the back with a long propeller shaft. And this long tail allowed for quick and precise steering by physically lifting or lowering the propeller to avoid any obstacles and adjust depth. This design has great functionality. It's suitable for fishing, cargo transport, and ferrying passengers between the islands. And because the engines are usually from old vehicles, the boats are cheap to build and quite easy to repair for them locally, which helped fishing communities survive and thrive over the years. And you can probably notice that many long-tail boats are decorated with these colorful ribbons, flowers, and all sorts of garlands at the prow that are meant to bless the boat and keep the journey safe. You'll also see that they have some creative and meaningful names painted on their sides, like names of animals, mythical creatures, or just some lucky symbols. The only downside really is that while they're so practical, the engines can be noisy and polluting, so far they're not very eco-friendly. Alright guys, so the weather hasn't been on our side at all. It started raining heavily, so we were supposed to go to Maya Bay first, but because it was raining so heavily, we decided to change the first stop. So we currently arrived at Viking Cave. See just how beautiful the color of the water looks, even in this light. And stunning rock formations, wow. So the cave's name comes from ancient paintings resembling Viking ships found on its walls. However, it's more renowned for the harvesting of edible bird's nest, a delicacy in Chinese cuisine. So you'll get these skilled climbers scale the cave's interior to collect these nests, a practice that has been part of local tradition for generations. guys, so we've just come to our next stop called Philae Lagoon. Now, we couldn't feel much up until now. It was raining so heavily, and there was even a thunderstorm. So yeah, there was thunder, lightning, you name it. Definitely not our luckiest day today. You can see the color of the water even in this light.
What?
We've attempted at taking some classic long-tail boat photos here. So we'll see how they turn out in this weather. But yes, this is nature. You can't really do much about it. We are a bit disappointed, but you know, the nature itself is still beautiful. These stunning cliffs are just out of a fantasy movie. So we're still very grateful to be here nonetheless. So this lagoon is often actually called the Emerald Heart of Phi Phi, and it's surrounded by these towering limestone cliffs, as you can see. It's a very secluded spot, and interestingly, the lagoon was formed over 40 million years ago due to tectonic shifts, creating this natural amphitheater that we see today. And the locals sometimes refer to it as the Lagoon of Rejuvenation because of its serene ambience and mineral-rich waters. But how pretty is this water? It's so clear. I can only imagine what it looks like when the sun is out. It's probably unreal.
Yeah.
So we've just docked here and we tried to wait the rain out, but it doesn't look like it's gonna stop anytime soon. So yeah, I'm hoping we can still see Maya Bay today, even if it is in the rain. Yeah, unfortunately, this is how it is sometimes, and you just have to accept it the way it is. So we've arrived at Maya Bay. Still very cloudy, but at least the rain has stopped a little. The boat doesn't actually stop at Maya Bay itself. It comes through the back of the island, and you have to walk for around 2 minutes to get there. Now, Maya Bay is part of a national park, and that's why we had to pay an additional entry fee of 400 baht per person. So it's like a tax that you have to pay, and that's obviously not included in the tour price. That's separate, that you have to pay when you get here. At least in this weather, hopefully we don't get as many people. I mean, I could still see crowds, but yeah, definitely not as bad as when it's sunny. So we'll see. It's all nicely arranged here. They've got tables. It's like a little park, really. I can see a small cafe there, I believe, or they're just selling, or a little shop that sells some drinks and snacks. Yeah, it looks more like a little shop than a cafe. I must say, I was expecting it to be a bit more wild. I didn't expect to see all these buildings and everything, but so far everything looks well taken care of here. And welcome to Maya Bay. This is it. This is the famous beach from the movie. Wow, and we are so fortunate. Just as we arrived, there's a tiny bit of sun coming through, and we get to see it. And the rain had also stopped, so we're probably the luckiest people right now. Wow, no words to describe it. Just look at those huge cliffs. They're so tall.
I want to say I'm happy now.
Yeah.
The sun is coming for 10 minutes.
Only 10 minutes, yes, and look at the color. Look at what a big difference it makes. What a big difference.
And the problem,
Wow.
the rain is coming again.
Oh, no, don't say that. Wow, but look at this color. And the color of the sand. It's so white and so powdery. Very powdery. Very soft. This is a true paradise.
Now you understand, you don't need to cry. You cry in the morning. Oh, good.
Yes, I cried a little bit in the morning. I thought, this is it. We're not going to see it. Oh, what a day it's been. But look, we got our reward. It was worth persisting, waited through the storm, and here it is. And yeah, I must say, I was expecting to feel a little bit underwhelmed given the hype of this beach, but honestly, wow, it really is as beautiful as they show in the photos, in the movies. It's just a postcard. Wow, and you really have to be here and see it with your own eyes to believe it. Just how beautiful it is. I mean, you should have seen me this morning. I was all in tears when the thunderstorm came in the boat. It was thundering, lightning. It was just pouring. It was impossible to even stand on the boat. And yeah, I was so disappointed. I was really trying to be positive, but I think you could tell earlier by my voice that I was just not 100% myself. But yeah, to be here right now in this moment, and now that we have a tiny bit of sun, you know, it just made my day. And I'm just so grateful to finally be here and, you know, have this another beautiful bucket list beach tick off. It's just a dream. Honestly, it's a dream.
You tell the secret. You start crying
No.
again.
Yes, I'm crying again because I can't believe it that we're here.
So happy now.
Oh. Yes, you can see I can't keep my emotions, but yeah, I'm so happy to be here. So the name Maya itself comes from a Thai word which doesn't have an exact English meaning, but it's often translated as illusion or dreamlike. And yeah, being here, it almost feels like an illusion. And yeah, these tall cliffs just covering the beach and giving you the illusion that it's enclosed. It actually isn't, but when you're standing from this side, it definitely feels like it's all enclosed. There is no actual resort in Maya Bay, and the scenes in the beach where they filmed the camp were built temporarily and removed after the shoot. And unfortunately, because of the movie and its popularity, what most people don't realize is that this paradise was almost destroyed by its own fame. So after the movie came out, it literally became one of the most visited spots in all of Thailand. And at its peak, up to 5,000 tourists a day were stepping onto this beach. You can imagine just the huge impact that this has led to. Boats were pulling right into the bay, anchors were damaging the coral, sunscreen and litter were affecting marine life, and slowly nature just started to break down. And so, as a result, in 2018, Thai authorities made a bold and pretty controversial decision. They closed the bay completely, so no tourists, no boats, really just time for the ecosystem to heal. And it seems to have worked because over nearly 4 years, local conservation teams helped the coral regrow by planting over 30,000 pieces of new coral. And black-tipped reef sharks, which had initially vanished completely, started coming back to the area. So when the bay reopened in 2022, they put strict rules in place to protect it. So now boats can't actually enter the bay anymore. You can't swim anymore here, and that's to protect the coral and the marine life. And time is also limited to about 1 hour per group. And from my understanding, the bay is also completely closed every year between August to September. So, you know, these changes might seem small, but they're huge for the environment. And the crazy thing is that you can already see the difference. The water's much clearer, the reef is slowly coming back, the beach feels calm again, and we actually saw quite a few reef sharks, so the baby ones. And they're just so beautiful to look at and admire. We really don't have to swim here. Such a paradise and such a privilege to be here and admire this beautiful nature. I can really see that they are putting in the effort, you know. As soon as somebody goes in too much into the water, a person here responsible for reminding people not to go in any further. So we can really just dip our feet in the water. That's about it. But it's great to see the effort that they're putting in. And in a way, Maya Bay is no longer just a tourist spot. It's really become a symbol of what responsible tourism can look like if we put nature first. So the beach itself is only about 200 meters in length. So it's not that big, not too small either. And as you walk along, you can see that the bay is starting to open up. So when you're standing on the other side, it only creates this illusion that the cliffs are totally covering the beach. But yes, that's not really true. But wow, what a dream to be here, honestly. I just can't get over this image. It really is picture perfect. And just to think that we were this close to giving up and returning home, not even coming here because of the rain. Oh, you should have seen us in that boat. We were this close, like that's all I'm gonna say. And yeah, it just shows sometimes you have to persist, and it's a lesson for life in general. You just have to persist and never give up. Just keep going no matter what, and something eventually will come out of it. And yes, as you can see, the sun is now fully out. In fact, I don't think we'll get much rain today. And only an hour ago, that seemed impossible. But you can see the view from this angle. Very different, but still very dreamlike. And I'm glad it's not that crowded. I mean, there are a lot of people, I'm not gonna lie, but I was kind of expecting it to be even worse than that. It's good that they put these limits in place, I must say. What do you think?
It's worth it.
Worth coming here? Worth coming to Thailand for?
Worth to come in Thailand, but full sun, no rain.
If you're lucky.
Because if you're not lucky, you start crying.
Yeah, like me. But
Like
I was
you,
just saying before that we were this close to going back and just giving up, and how important it is to sometimes just keep going and don't give
So
up.
close, 99%.
99.9% we were that close to just giving up and heading home.
So dark in the
It was
morning
very dark,
and full rain.
and thunder and lightning. We had the full package today, the full package.
And look now, the
We
sun.
had no hope left at all, and wow, what a dream. All right, so it's time to say goodbye. Time to go. Wow, what a beautiful beach. I'm gonna miss it, especially after the adventure, and it became even more special in our hearts now. We'll definitely remember this day. Okay, so we've reached our limit and we're running. The captain's waiting for us, and we only had the 1 hour, and he was actually kind enough to give us 20 extra minutes. So yeah, but it just went so fast. Oh, I don't know where the time went. Just went so quickly, and now we're running. It's full of people here now, a lot more than when we came. I think the rain might have scared a lot of people away, but now that the sun is out, it's just full. I hate being late, but it's just one of those days. But you can at least see our happy faces. Well, my happy face. Mihai's just behind, taking a few more shots. Oh, you have no idea how happy we are to have made it here. So you can see the people are now lining up to get in. And it's around 11 a.m. at the moment. All right, guys, so we're leaving Maya Bay. It was really stressful getting in the boat. It's not easy at all. I saw someone almost fell in the water. So yeah, you have to be a bit careful here. getting in and out of the boat. And there's so many more boats compared to this morning. Full of boats and huge crowds now. What a different image. Thailand, you are so, so beautiful. So we are now heading to Monkey Beach. It's our last stop on this tour, so it's only a 4-hour tour. We thought 4 hours is enough for us. And I mean, had it not been raining, we would have gone snorkeling too. We had a bit of time in the morning, but we just had to wait for the rain to stop. So yeah, I think 4 hours is still a good amount. Alright, so we're approaching Monkey Beach, aptly named after its lively inhabitants. Are an entire colony of monkeys, and probably gonna be hard to get through with so many boats. So the tide is currently quite high. I doubt we'll actually be able to stand on the beach. I mean, there's people standing there, but yeah, I think we'll just stay in the boat. You can see the monkeys playing in the trees. There's quite a few of them. What's really interesting is that these monkeys have adapted to life by the ocean. Some of them have even been spotted swimming and washing food in the sea, believe it or not. Pretty smart, right? It's best to visit this beach at low tide when the sand is fully visible. And I've heard this is a wonderful beach for swimming and snorkeling. There's a lot of shade over here, so you can see why it's the ideal location for them. The color of the water though is just unreal.
Another monkey here. On the boat, no on the tree.
In the boat. You're the boss of the monkeys.
Yes, I'm the boss. Want to go in the water?
No.
To see the monkey close?
No, I'm okay. I've had enough in Bali.
I think you scared for the Thailand mafia.
Yes, I've heard they're just as bad as the Balinese mafia, so I'm not gonna risk it this time.
No, you like the Balinese.
Yes, I have connections there, that's why. But here I don't have connections yet. Alright guys, so this is the end of the tour. Monkey Beach was the final stop, and we are now heading back to Donsai village on Phi Phi Don. So what a day it's been, what a day, full of mixed emotions. There was laughter, there was joy, there were tears. Yeah, probably the most emotional day since we started this entire adventure. So yeah, what can I say? Big lesson of the day: never give up, because you never know what's waiting on the other side. Always continue through. Maya Bay exceeded my expectations, really. It's just such a beautiful, pristine beach, and it's wonderful to see that people are starting to take care of it just the way they're supposed to, you know. It's just such a gift. We are so, so grateful to have had the opportunity to see it like this.
All right, guys.
We made it back to the port. Happy that we've seen it all. We made it in the end.
It's amazing trip. You need full sun.
Yeah, you need the full sun to really see that beautiful watercolor. And I mean, it's still beautiful, don't get me wrong. Nature is beautiful always, and we can't complain about that. But you know, when you have that image in your mind and you have those high expectations, you know, that's why you get disappointed sometimes. But you can't really blame anyone. It's just nature. And even when it was raining, we still got some beautiful scenery, and we're just so, so grateful that we made it here today. So Phi Phi's just been amazing. The tour has been amazing, and Thailand's been amazing so far.
Yes.
So
Don't stay home.
Don't stay home.
Don't
Travel.
stay home. Just travel to see the world.
Travel and just live your life to the fullest. It's worth it.
You never know tomorrow.
Yeah, you never know. So I think we'll end this vlog right here. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.